to Grimnasty TV. Got some interesting things going on. My entire top hat cap circle disc thing came loose, and it goes up. And then you push your unicorn thingy out, your pineal gland signal, pass it out as far as you can, and you collect as much DMT as you can. And I'm presuming that if I keep doing this, then I'm going to end up having the oil that runs the engine. So, for example, uh, the car wash on the Sheryl Crow song, they everybody goes to the car wash, gets their Buicks cleaned and all that. So basically, we're like an engine or something, and I can tell from the DMT release that I almost you know what I mean? And then my heart fills up with this DMT. My throat and tongue gets saturated by it. Then it goes up into the brain. Then your brain's full. And you can tell that it's in there. You can tell because it feels like it's heavy. Kind of like if you drink water and your eyes get watery and you can tell the water pass through your whole body. It's like that. The DMT does the same thing. And you can tell it's in your heart. It fills up the heart and it just sits on your heart like heavy. Then it gets in your head and it's like it saturates everything like a sponge. So then you'll start noticing that this place is full of living entities. So let me go ahead and show you what things look like to me now at this point. As you can see here, clearly this mug root beer is just a dude. Take a look. So whenever you dither it out, you can see what's hiding. Sometimes it's just a matter of capturing the really vague essence of something, and you can see the spiritual nature of it that's requires an ultra sensory of yourself. But that's literally what I look at. I was like, oh, mug root beer, man. It's just a dude looking to the left with big eyes just staring out. So another thing that I thought was funny, and they move, they're animated too. They move their mouths and stuff. And when they do this, it cancels out what's underneath. It drops a new layer on it. And then it cancels out what you're not seeing. And then it, for example, this Muggs Root Beer logo would compromise its viewing space just so it can move its mouth. So it's literally moving the logo around. And it's just like, damn, okay. So whenever it does that, it's like an extra layer that is fanatically created. And just like the sun does the same thing. Whenever you see the sun in more detail, he tends to move around in his space. He doesn't sit in one spot. He like literally bounces around and he'll move around in the sky. I don't know what it looks like from where you're standing, maybe what, an inch or more in either direction. It's a trip, man. The sun is like moving around up there. He's not even sitting in one spot. And then he's more like a doe character. Like he sticks out of the circle, the flat circle, in 3 dimensions, and he looks kind of like dough, like a muffin man or something, like the song. All right, just check this out. This is something else that I noticed, that when I was getting this aberration here, or this entity, take a look at what I caught sticking his face into the video, a ghost. If you take a look far to the left there, you will see a man. He's got quite a large forehead and nose and lips. That's what looks like it's a ghost. It's not me. It is an ethnic dude though. You can tell. That's his nose, and then the mouth is underneath that, and then the chin, and then his forehead. So this head here was not here, obviously, when I took the picture, but it captured itself and represented and expressed itself within the ghostly layer. So this spiritual layer, you can see everything. You can see ghosts, like literally, like there it is, right? There's a face of one right there. And from what I've been experiencing is that they're just nomadic. They just walk around, these ghosts. And I was in Walmart once, and when I first started seeing them, I seen this kid with an '80s haircut, a big like fucking northern exposure, like big thing in the front. And then he had on some Jordache pants reading a newspaper, and I was in the fucking vacuum cleaner aisle, and he looked like he was from the '80s. And you can tell, hey, in that time, people thought the news was in a newspaper. Motherfuckers would want to read the news and pick up a newspaper. Nobody does that anymore. So I knew that the dude was from the '80s. I was just like, this is fucking unbelievable. But you can see right here, there's a dude with a forehead on the left. His whole face is there. He's in front of a cat bowl. That's why that big white spot is there. So he's translucent, and he's facing, uh, he's facing where I'm filming at. So he's walking around in the house all day. I don't know this entity, but yeah, you can see everything once you get to a point to where you're sensitive enough. You move the everything out of yourself, and then everything becomes extremely sensitive. This whole environment is completely electrical, pretty much, immensely electrical, and you just can't feel it or tell it or touch it or know it because that is a repressed side of yourself that's completely lying dormant. But yeah, there you have it. You can see clear as day that fucking mug root beer is just a dude looking to the left. It's very obvious. He's got big ass lips. It's extremely obvious. But that's what I see whenever I look at these. Whenever I look at anything, it's just a face. It's like, yo, I'm alive. I'm just like, oh, for real. You're alive too, huh? What about you? Oh, yep, yep. All of you are all alive. So that's pretty much what it looks like. And so with everything being said, I should be able to get pretty far tomorrow. I managed to the day before rupture it like maybe 3 or 4 times, then through the night just pushing and pushing at it. Not concerned about this whole burning up thing. I've studied enough to where it seems like the body needs to be included with the combination of a light body. Otherwise, you've got something that is weak. If you've seen Cool World, they throw these beings around like they're bean bags, like they're. It's like you need to have the human conduit tied to it. So I'm at the point now where I don't care about the fear of it. I've oversensitized myself, uh, obsessively thinking about it constantly to the point to where I don't even fucking care anymore. I don't think it's gonna kill me. So you know, it didn't kill Green Day. It didn't kill fucking Rod Stewart. It hasn't killed ZZ Top. Rest his soul. But I'm just saying. It's not killing anyone. It's talking about it. Everyone is sitting in their car. So, fucking System of a Down was singing this song called Hypnotized. And he says, I'm just sitting in the car waiting for my girl. Then, M83, sitting in the car. And I'm just like, damn. So we're like fucking motors. We're like engines and motors and shit. And DMT is the fuel, undoubtedly. It gets up in your heart, makes the heart go. Gets into the brain, saturates it. It starts using the spiritual functions of the brain. Pretty straightforward. So, stay tuned for more Grimnasty TV as I continue to lift this disc off of my head, trying to bring forth this landscape as it really truly exists with magical components or whatever properties that are owed to us. We are going to explore this, and we are going to put it on this channel live, indirect. Welcome to Grimnasty TV.